Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Thaiger Bites. I'm Michael Kenner, your Bites favourite biter, and I'm here with Jay. Welcome Jay.
Hello and welcome, yes.
So we've had a fabulous day today and we've got some fabulous comments and we're going to go through all of them. Before I do this, I just want to give a shout out to our main person who's behind the camera, Jason. Thank you for your support in doing this. Right, let's get into the conversation. Jay, do you want to give us the first comment?
Yes, I've decided to start off on a high note. I've got a comment here from Scotty B who writes a poem to us, and he says, "Roses are red, violets are blue. The Thaiger team is awesome. I thank you." Scotty B.
Oh, wow.
What a start to the show. Thank you
no.
for the poem. Over to you,
We
Mike.
might have to get that up on our wall. That might be our mantra.
Yeah, a plaque by Scotty B.
Well done, Scotty. So, Firestorm, I'm confused. Aren't digital nomads all breaking the law by working without a permit? And I think this is in relation to what type of expats are around. There was a video yesterday which you can see if you click there about the top 10 types of expats we have in Thailand. So the answer is yes, if they do not have a visa to work here, they are breaking the law 100%. But the reality is, if you drive in a car with your friend and you're not both wearing masks, you're also breaking the law.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the laws are somewhat, let's just go for crazy here, right? Let's just put it out there. But yes, digital nomads, they are breaking the law because they're probably not paying tax within Thailand for their working. So technically they are breaking the law, but they probably have a visa which allows them to live here and not work. And then the question is, really define what work is. I mean, is working at home actually work?
Yep, I guess.
Yep, cool.
Here we go. I've got a question here from Doug, Texas, who says, "I understand expats will be charged 8,000 baht for 3 virus tests. Another country charges 200 to 300 baht for the same test. This is a turn-off." He goes on to say, basically, "I would not visit Thailand at the present time." Doug, Texas, you are correct. It is very expensive comparing to other countries. I believe in the UK, they even give the test for free, don't they?
Yeah. I don't actually know. So,
well, I had a friend who recently visited UK. Went back for educational purposes. They were sent these tests for free to their homes. So I don't know if you have to be in a special bracket, but yes, even if they do charge for the test, they're very cheap. They're very low in price, and that's the whole point, because they do want people to get tested, and it makes sense to keep the price low. But yes, if you're coming to Thailand, especially through the Phuket Sandbox, you have to prepay, and they are quite expensive. So Doug, that's turning off Doug and possibly a lot of other people.
So I think there's some good things to the actual tests themselves. I mean, my parents just went through it. So you go to a very small clinic, it's done within 30 minutes. It's not like the UK where you have where I know we have huge queues and huge waiting times. You get your results back pretty much instantly, which is great. Yes, they are overpriced. I've read that they're about to start bringing the prices down as they increase tourism. I think it's economies of scale. So the more tourists they bring, the cheaper they can actually do it for. I would like to think anyway, but I do appreciate that comment. So on to another comment. So Emily Hockley, Jan Mike, she needs help please. Do you think those of us who've booked private villas will still need to quarantine in an SHA plus? Could villas become SHA plus? Now, I mean, I'm very confused in relation to why, private accommodation cannot be SHA plus, because the reality is all the hotels are doing, as I've watched my parents go through, is ensuring that they go to the clinics and, technically they're back during the evening. I mean, they're not really checking, is the reality. But so the question is why are they doing this SHA plus scheme? I believe, just as my personal belief, that they're doing it because they want to prime the tourism economy. Now, allowing tourists to come back and stay in private villas, although that'll be enjoyable for the tourists, they really want to put jobs back into the hoteliers and the waiters and the bellboys and the staff. So by forcing people to stay in hotels, they're basically priming the economy, especially the tourism economy, with jobs back to the hotels. So I think that's technically why they're doing it. Will villas become SHA plus? I would imagine not for the moment. I think they're not really looking for people to come back and stay in private accommodation. They really want to revive the tourism economy. So from an economic sense, it makes sense. From an enjoyment perspective, it probably doesn't. So I think we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, there are some villas, but they're part of already big hotels that provide those villas. So yeah, private villas are not. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I have a comment here from a regular commenter. I will just call him a commenter. He says, "Don't you love how these days critics are called trolls as some way to try to demonize these who are critical? People who refer to critics as trolls are idiots. Without critics, we all would still be living in caves." To which one of our commenter replied, Janazi said this, "There is a critic and there are critics that turn to verbal abuse and acerbic comments to make their point. One can express their opinion in an educated manner to spark debate." I completely agree with you, Janazi. There is being critical, and there are people who just attack other people and call them idiots and start calling them names, to which the commenter earlier did. I refuse to take his name because it's not worth our time to talk more about him. There are people who are critical, and we take that criticism. We try to improve our show, try to improve ourselves. But if you're going to start calling us nasty names or just being, rude, then that's what you're going to get.
So sorry, Jay. Let's not beat around the bush, right? So what we've done is we've basically gone through the comments and realised that there's a load of nasty people commenting, right? A critical comment is, "Hey Jay and Mike, I don't agree with you, and these are the reasons why I don't agree with you." Writing, "You're all idiots. You should be living in, the cave," and this. Not that comment is that that, but nasty comments where people go after and start making offensive comments towards presenters or their viewpoints or their backgrounds or anything else. These people are idiots. Idiot, troll, haters. That's what you are. Let's not beat around it. You can imagine you were in the restaurant and someone said, "Hey, I like the weather," and you're like, "Shut up, you idiot! The weather is. You're an idiot. You're an absolute imbecile." This is what trolls are. Let's not pretend that you can criticize someone openly, but if you start insulting them individually, you are a troll, and we do not like them here. This is the reality. All trolls should remove from themselves from our platform. We do not want trolls here. This is a place for good debate and good conversation about Thailand. So if you're a troll, bye-bye.
Right. Let's move on to the next comment. I have a comment here from Adam L, who says, "Perhaps for Ask the Thais, consider going out and ask a few questions of locals in, say, a local coffee shop. I guess you may have to bribe them with coffee and cakes, but would get a good take on the local community, which would also be a good for promoting the Thaiger." Adam, thank you for the suggestion. We have thought about doing segments and vlogs, going outside, meeting locals, local businesses, and kind of taking a more adventurous video where we actually go out and basically take an adventure around Phuket, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and we do have plans for doing that. That is part of the process of where the Thaiger is heading. So thank you for the comment and stay tuned for that.
So a comment by one of our regulars. I can't pronounce the name. It's you can pronounce it as well.
Hershinger.
Okay, sorry for the non-pronunciation. So did you tell us yesterday you were going live? So what time do you guys go live? Got used to the shows loading later. That's why I only sit down and watch it in the evening. Great topic. Enjoyed watching. Basically, I think you're asking when do we go live? Now, at the moment, we don't really have a full schedule of going live. So what's happening is that the Thaiger has just been capitalized. So we have investments, and now we're going to go into heavy production of video content, not just video content, other things as well. So we're going to create a proper agenda with all our shows, what time they're going, who's presenting them. We're going to put this in advance so everyone can basically be aware of what's going on and tune into when they want to and know what times and what topics are going to come up. So I think it's a really good question. I think right now we're kind of ad hocly doing things when we're waiting for Tim to come back to kind of assist us in relation to making it easier on us, and also hiring some new presenters and new editors to come in and really help us. So I think in the next few weeks we'll probably get more structured. Do you agree, Joe?
Yep, I agree. We will be doing a lot of things and increasing the number of people that we're working with, our team. So it's going to be great. It's going to be very something to look forward to, and to whoever is interested in watching our shows and watching more from us. All I have to say is stay tuned. We're moving on ahead, and we're glad that you're with us.
Cool. So just going on to another comment by Peter E. He says this program should be called Mike Bites, as he bites on every comment. I don't think it's worth naming it after me. I don't think I'm going to be here past Friday. So I've got 2 more days. I've enjoyed the time here, arguing and debating with all different commenters and going in depth to topics. And yeah, I appreciate that. I like to give my opinion. I don't want to just beat around the bush. Yeah. So thank you very much for that. We've also got a comment by James K. Say, Thaiger Bites, how long did it take to come up with that cheesy name? Just kidding, guys. Great show. I think it was probably about 3 seconds, James, to just be honest. It was just like, and we might look at actually rebranding this as something.
What should we call it? Let's bite back. Thaiger Bites makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was Thaiger Bites before we started biting. So it was just, I think it was meant to be bite-sized chunks of comments. That was the kind of the terminology.
Originally what we wanted to do, Thaiger Bites was supposed to be the section where we make bite-sized clips of all of our shows that would be easily digestible. But once we decided to, make a show dedicated to replying to the commenters, we said, Thaiger Bites, it makes sense. They're, short answers, short questions. This is where we get to talk to
basically genius, absolute genius, James. So that's the answer. We'll just next level.
Right. I have a comment here from Raymondo from the Thaiger Talk Forum. He says, "Hi, Mike and Jeff. I watch every single program. Takes me at least an hour and a half every day. I just think the grey makes me laugh and makes my day. I think the new girl who does the short stories, Caitlin, I think she is English." She is American. She is a great addition, does a really good job. Anyone that complains why you are watching, if you're complaining, go watch something else. I can't thank the Thaiger. It's a great show and a breath of fresh air. Wow, thank you for the support, Raymondo, and thank you for visiting our forum. Mr. Stretch comments in the same forum and says, I'm sure Jay will be happy to know he has a new name. I am. I would prefer Jay, but Jeff is not far off. So thank you for the support. There has been a tremendous amount of support, and we have noticed that in all of our shows, everyone has been supporting us. And I'm sorry that we can't address all of the comments at all times, but just like we do read each and every comment, and we thank you for the continued support.
Yeah, and that's right, Jeff. I mean, Raymondo, you're the type of users, the type of viewers. This is what we want. We want to create a good community, a healthy forum to debate, to chat, to critique, but not to go nuts. Yeah, we don't want nutters on here, right? Like, we're trying to avoid this now. So, thank you so much for your support. You are the type of individual that we love to put out this content to, and who's consuming our content, and we want to do more. And so thank you.
Yeah. Any other comments, Mike?
Yeah. So I've got some funny comments actually. So hi. She said, or he said, I can't stop laughing. You got me memorizing. I met a guy in a bar in Pattaya, and I said, I'm going down to the beach. And he said, what beach? I didn't know they had one. And I think we were looking back on relation to the 10 types of expats, and you're defining potentially a sexpat. And yes, this happens frequently. People go and they end themselves locked in the hotel, going down to one bar and not seeing anything else. And we see even Phuket, where people come to Thailand and come to Phuket and only go to Patong and then define that the whole place is a shithole. I mean, the reality is that they only stayed in Patong. And if I stayed in Patong, I'd probably come to the same conclusion that you did. So I think, people get locked into their own small environments here and don't really explore. So, we want to promote the whole of Thailand. There's amazing places, come and explore. And John Priest goes on to talk about the groups of expats that we define. So we define 10 types of expats, and you can go back and watch the video. And he says these groups are not mutually exclusive. And John, I 100% agree with you. Yep. Someone said I'm actually all 10 groups defined in one. I like that comment as well. So these groups are definitely not mutually exclusive. And we're probably going to do a follow-up episode and talk about this in more detail. And we're going to create an animation talking about the 10 or maybe 20 types of expats living in Thailand. It should be quite funny.
Right. Going on to my last comment here from Aussie Bob, again from the Thaiger Talk Forum. He says, compared to what is on offer at other organizations, Thaiger Talk is fantastic on all fronts. Don't always agree with what I said, but I do like how it is being said and what is being discussed. And I guess, Aussie Bob, that is the whole point. You're not supposed to agree with everything that we say, everything that you hear, whether it's regarding the news, opinions, facts, that's the beauty of having a debate, having a conversation, of the comment section. We love it when you're critical, when you have your own opinion and you share that. It's only when there are some people who tend to go overboard and get abusive or use rude words to make a point. However, we're glad that you're enjoying the forum, our shows, and it's great to see, and it's fantastic, like you said, that you don't always have to agree. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, and that's basically the whole point.
Yeah, okay, I agree. So just 2 more comments. So Neil Leathers says, "Oh dear, from bad to worse. I started watching the Tiger months ago for news and comment on the opening of Thailand, and I'm stranded in the UK at present. Some light-hearted but informative stuff with Tim and Bill Barnett and others kept me going as I watched news of the Sandbox scheme through its planning to its rise and its fall. Now I switch on this awkward, amateurish hodgepodge of stuff better suited to the Daily Mail. Jay, I have some hope for you. On-screen manner is pleasant and calm. Tim, don't take any more holidays." I think it's a reference to me. So Neil, I think that imagine you're watching the BBC in its early stages. It's just giving you out the news. And then they decide to put on another TV show and you start critiquing them because you only watch the news. Unfortunately, Neil, what you just want is not what we want as a company and what hundreds of thousands of people out there would like to consume. Now, we're looking at our audience. We have close to 100,000 in subscribers, and we should be having 1 million in subscribers. So the question is how do we grow our subscriber base? So what we want to do is give people a choice and variation and diverse content. People just don't want only the news. Some people like the news. Some people want other type of content. That could be lifestyle content. It could be food content. It could be sports content. Okay, so what we're trying to do is cater for the whole community, not just a select few of individuals. Now, I'm sorry you feel like it's gone downhill. Actually, our subscriber numbers are going up and our viewer numbers at the highest they've ever been. So it looks like the whole general consensus for our channel does not agree with you. But going back to your comment, if you're stranded in the UK, come back through the Sandbox. That's what it's there for. You can come back. You can come back tomorrow. So there's no need to be stranded, Neil. Get back into Thailand and we'll go for a coffee and we can have a chat about where the channel is going. And on to my last comment, which is...
Sorry, can I just quickly add? Also, Neil, we've actually added more news shows. So now we have Morning Top Stories with Caitlin. If you're interested in the COVID situation in Thailand, we have a COVID update in the morning. And we still have our regular news show, Thailand News Today, in the evening at 6 p.m. So that's not going anywhere. That's our flagship show. So if you are interested only in the news, I would suggest please tune in. They come out at noon in the morning, early afternoon actually, and 6 p.m. in the evening. So we're, depending on the time difference, whatever you feel like, you can check out the morning show or the evening show to stay tuned on all the headlines.
Yeah, and on to the last comment, which is Martin Rollinson. He says type number 10. Which he's referring to as the haters on the haters in relation to the type of expats living. That was a load of rubbish. I can't believe I wasted 3 minutes of my life on it. Come on, you could do better. And I think that's a very humorous comment in relation to what this type of group we're trying to address really represents. But overall, the general comments in relation to what the Tiger is doing, not just on the YouTube, but remember we have a website, an app, actually 2 apps. We've got products, we've got an insurance business that we're building around this. Is very, very positive. And over the last week, we've really seen people warm to both myself and Jay and accept that, there will be new presenters and there will be new topics and there will be new points of conversation. And overall, it's been very, very positive. So for anyone watching, thank you so much for your support. Your positive comments mean so much to myself and Jay and the rest of the Tiger team. So on that note, have a great day and we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.